Hey everybody, this is Apotheosisable, and welcome to my first StarCraft 2 video. This is a 1v1 in the Silver League. I'm the blue Zerg over here, and my opponent is Setankla, the red Terran. I by no means am a good commentator of StarCraft 2, but this is more of a I need to get better at this game, and I want, like, your help. So right now we're just both joining up. It's a pretty standard opening, but this is the thing. I want to clear this first. I am sorry for not posting videos for like a month or something ridiculous. I would love to give you an easy excuse, but school was ending, so I had to work hard. My mic broke. I was trying to figure everything out, and it just didn't turn out like I had planned. And that's just my excuse. It's a good one, but it's what I have. Yeah, that's right, I have 0 APM. Right now, he's building his first barracks at 13 supply, so if he's going standard so far, he's getting refinery next, and everything, and it's turning out well. I'm going for a 16 hatch into 16 extractor into 15 pool, I believe. But yes, here goes my extractor. And here comes my scouting drone. I didn't get much done with the scouting drone. In a previous game, I had killed off 3 working SCVs, and it just worked out for me. I missed my crowd there, and I just trapped myself in the corner. I was distracted by what's going on in my base, and I'm already floating minerals at 3.5, or just over 3 minutes in. I'm floating minerals, and that's just not where I want to be at. You'll see that there's a range of my APM. I'm not good at this game at all. I'm Silver League. So yeah, if we look at the production tab, he's getting his orbital a little bit late, I believe. I'm not sure on the Terran timings. And he's getting his factory and everything. He has 1 barracks, and he's just going 1 barracks into a factory. So I decided that I was gonna get early layer, and then I was just like, what am I doing? And I cancel it right there. So right now I'm failing. I'm not doing anything. That distracted me heavily, and I had to quickly work to get out of that. Put me a few seconds behind where I would like to be and everything, and yes. So I'm just heavily droning up. I'm 20 drones or something. We look at the wait, Control A. Yeah, Control A. Control A, we look at this. I have 24 workers and 0 army. There. I have absolutely no army right now. I guess Queen counts as workers. I'm not sure. That's interesting. So, I am a bit ahead in that way. But he is also building an army. He's getting a starport. He has a tech lab on his factory already, and he's going for a 2nd barracks. He's right now he's just going Marines and Marauders, and that's all he has enough money for. I guess he hasn't decided on what he wants to get with this building, the factory. And I just continue to drone up. I'm getting 4 Zerglings, just mostly for scouting purposes, because anything he sends at me except for like 1 Marine will get completely wiped with by that. I'm getting a Roach Warren just because he's a Terran and everything, and they often go heavily Marines, but if we look at this, they just cause 6 damage. And do I have any roaches? No. But roaches are just a beefy unit. Once I get a roach, I'll show you. And I'm getting 2 evolution chambers here. The evolution chambers are used just for upgrades. You also get spore crawlers when you get them, but I just mostly need them for that. I am floating a ton of gas because of the fact that I have 2 geysers and no gas needed at all right now. I will be floating a ton of gas at first, but when these come out, I can just start pumping out my upgrades. I do have metabolic boost, which you would assume I would. And right at the 8-minute mark, I just send in my overlord for some scouting. He was on the ball with this, and just immediately send out this. But as you can tell, I do not see his banshees, and I'll just stay at my view for a little bit here. I won't change it. Maybe it's not my view. There we go. Now you'll just see what I'm doing and everything, and we'll just stick with this for a little bit. As you can tell, I'm just getting a few spine crawlers there for defenses, and I'm building up a little army. I have 3 roaches. If we look at this, it does 16 damage and it has 145 health. So it'll take 23 shots to kill it, or something like that. So they do last a while. Versus them. He is going into a second, or his natural, as I can tell. So he sends out a Marine to just get rid of this guy, and he just scoots him out. He is sending banshees at me right now, and another force, and I was not ready for this. As you can tell, I only have 8 roaches and like 3 zerglings or something, and some spines. Which is not good, especially if he has banshees. I do like the mix of banshees and Marine marauders, but if he would have had cloak, he would have killed me right there. I'm getting some spines and some spores at the back of my base here, just in case, and fail micro there. I do have a little bit of an army sitting out here right now, but nothing worth getting. So I'm just going here, and he's completely doing absolutely nothing. He's just letting his guys micro themselves, which if he would have probably been micro, he probably could have killed me here. But luckily he wasn't, and I just grabbed my 2 guys and I send them over to wipe this up, and I noticed that he's coming with more guys. So I send the rest of my guys out there, and at this time he's continuing to macro, which is good. I didn't expect him to do that, and I'm just getting my layer tech. Now, I thought I had it for a while there, and I guess I forgot that I canceled it or something. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm rebuilding my second base, because without that, those 4 things at the back will die. I quickly placed some creep tumors here so that I would be ahead of that, and I would be able to continue this for a while. My layer tech is just finishing now, in about 5 seconds, and everything. So, whoops, I'm sorry. So, yes, I do continue to get some roaches. If we look at the army tab, I am beating him somehow in both. Well, the army tab, he's now 1 ahead of me, but I'm still beating him in workers, and now he's probably just going to start pulling ahead in army because I'm going to be droning up. If we put this away, we'll see this, and you'll just see me placing a bunch of creep tumors there. But if we look at the back of my base, there are none left. There's only 1 spore crawler left. The rest died because of lack of creep, which I guess I could have got them moved over or something, which would have been a lot better. Since I know he's in his natural already, I decided I was going to go for the gold and get the gold expansion. For some reason I selected my entire army. I guess that was fail micro, and I didn't notice until right at the last second, and I accidentally sent in like all 10 of my units, which is slightly ridiculous because you're not going to get anything done with the 10 units, but you're going to lose them, and you're going to get the same amount of scouting that you would with like 2 Zerglings, because one will die right off the bat, and then the other can quickly running and get a little bit more scouting. I'm going for another 2 simulators or extractors or whatever you want to call them. I'm going for more gas because I am going for mutalisks. As you can tell, my spire is about 33% done. It's a third of the way to completion, and I'm getting some more upgrades. I'm getting overlord speed, I'm getting roach speed, I'm getting level 2 carapace and level 1 attack, I believe. Yes. I'm also heavily joining up. If we look back at this, he is now way ahead of me in army, but I'm nearing double. We have about the same advantage as on each other, but just in reverse ways. Because of that, if we look at the income tab, I will be wiping the floor with him. Somehow he has more gas than me. I was a bit confused by this in the game because for some reason I was never getting enough gas. No matter how many guys I put on gas or whatever, I didn't seem to be getting enough. And right now, if we look at the right here, he actually did send in a little force, and unluckily for me, I was just getting my mutas now, and I didn't notice I had a little couple Zergling forces, and if I would have sent those in earlier, I wouldn't have lost those queens for the most part. So I'm getting 8 mutas out right now, and some Zerglings just in case. 11 mutas now, so I'm going quite heavy muta Zergling Roach. That is my composite right now. And I'm just continuing to get some static defenses. A lot of Zerg don't do that. They just ignore the fact that they have static defenses other than spores for detection, but they don't really use them ever. And I think for the small cost they're really useful because they can definitely help push back attacks. If you place them close together, they do outrange a lot of things. Sorry about that. Hold on. What is... Oh, Control B. If we look at the APM, he's actually not really microing at all. I do get spikes and stuff, but for the most part, neither of us are doing high APM stuff. But that comes with experience and everything. And I'm getting an infestation pit. If we go back to the player cam, I am counter pushing right now. I decided to leave, and then I noticed, oh, it's only 4 Marines, and I go back and attack. Luckily, he did send back all his units. As you can see, they're strolling across the screen, as I point in real life. They're strolling across the screen back into his base. For some reason, he thought, let's not go for a base race, because if we would have gone for a base race, he would have completely owned me, because he could have got 1 Thor out at his base, which he is doing, and he would have completely owned me. He did a fail micro. He just sent all his guys to go in at once and just stream in, and his Banshees will arrive first because they're in the air and they can take a shorter path. I decided to go for some more kills here, and it didn't really pay off because I did lose a couple more mutalisks, and I didn't really gain anything. I do begin production of my infestors here, which was not smart of me because they won't start with enough energy for fungal growth because I did not get the fungal or the pathogen gland upgrade yet, which allows them to start with enough energy for a fungal growth. So I do begin that now. And if you look at my, I'm getting some banelings and everything, and he's still on 2 bases as far as I know. We're not sure otherwise, and I have 3 bases up, including a gold, and I was almost positive he didn't go for the gold because I would have thought I would have seen something on there, and I know he's not at the second or the expansion right off of his main, not the natural, but the other one, because my creep would just be touching it a little bit. Which was smart of me to put that there. I believe it would be touching it a little bit, but now I was just making sure. So I'm building up a bunch of queens, and I'm getting burrow, as well as a couple of roaches and infestors. As you can tell, I am floating a lot of minerals, and I'm not really getting a lot. But because of the fact that he saw that I went muta heavy, he started to go counter mutas with lots of Vikings, which I knew he was going to do, and he's actually even getting oh, never mind, that's vehicles, but I thought he was getting the starship upgrades, and I thought that would be awesome. I'm getting 3 more infestors, and I think that's a total of like 6 or something. Again, he went very Marauder heavy, I thought there for a moment, but then he showed otherwise and everything. So the one problem with my strategy here is I wanted to use burrowed infestors, and I don't know why I failed micro there. But because of the fact that he thought I went air, he's going to have some missile turrets spread around his base, and that will prevent me from seeing otherwise. He did have a small drop here, which would come into play later on, but yeah, right about this time I'm starting to really pull ahead because he's still on 2 bases, as you could see right there for a moment, and it didn't really help him. I am getting Overlord drop here, because I thought just in case if this attack didn't work for me, I could drop in his base and maybe he'd head back again. I'm getting some more mutas just in case for more anti-air. If he did go heavy air, then I could counter it with mutas, and he wouldn't be able to attack my my units, because Vikings cannot attack air or ground unless they are in their whatever form. I am starting to get another base. I'm getting my 4th, and he's just trying to reseed my creep a little bit. I am also getting hive tech and a bunch of roaches. Another production building called the Hydralisk Den is also in production. I do see that he's coming for an attack, and I'm starting to hotkey my units, and I have full energy in my infestors, which was good for me because I started the production at a reasonable time. So his push was quite late, and because of this I had full energy on my infestors, and I could fungal wrap out of his units. I just constantly laid fungals down, and as you can tell, he went down like 70 supply, and I went down 20 or something ridiculous. That engagement went heavily towards me, and I didn't know at this point, but I was 100 units ahead, or supply ahead. I suspected I was ahead, but I wasn't sure, and there goes my hive, and I go straight into Greater Spire Tech, and I'm getting a bunch of Hydralisk. I'm not sure why I went Hydralisk, because the Hydras do not do well against this. The Marauders do not counter Hydras, but Thors are excellent against them, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know much about this game. If we take a look at the upgrades, I am 112, and I'm going for 113 right now. I'm getting level 3 Carvist, and a bunch more infestors, and he's actually doing nothing. If we look at the APM, he's down at 32 average, which I don't know how you can do that, because I'm not doing much at a time, and I'm averaging 69. If we look at his production thing, he's just getting a bunker now and a marauder. He does not have a lot of minerals. If we look at this, he is completely completely mined out of his first. Like, now there goes his last. Oh no, he only has one harvester here, but he has 1500 gas. He does also have this guy here, and he has 2 other inactive CVs, which you shouldn't have. I am getting corruptors now, and level 1 flying. Some more spines, and he does see my investors because they came in their contact with this missile turret. But I drop a ton of infested Terrans, like just a buttload, just more than 30. And I take out his first expansion, his only expansion. That was his downfall in this game. He'd never expanded more than the once, and I had 3 expansions up. He did try to drop in the back of my base here, but because of the fact that I had spines, spores, and roaches back there, because I knew he would try to drop again, it didn't work out for him. So yes, if you could tell me what I could do better. I know I could have fungoed his army here. If we go back about a minute, he didn't have much here, but I could have. Let's fasten this up. He does have a small army here when I do arrive, and he could have. I could have fungoed, but I made the judgment call not to. And yeah, that is this game. I was completely owning from the fact that his first attack did not work. After that, he was always behind, and he should have double expanded there, probably, even though he's Terran. He should have double expanded and then changed up his build. He did get Thors then, but for the most part he stayed the same for the entire game, and I was able to counter it well. So that is my first StarCraft 2 video. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry about that glitch near the end. I did get a phone call and I had to answer it. Until next time, have a great day.